Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. We're here and we're live and we're getting set to go for an international Sorare game week deadline show. I'm Quinny, of course. Thanks a lot for joining me. And at the moment, I currently don't have my co-pilot, Harry Trades, with me. I don't know if he's seen this, but Harry released an advert earlier. I think it was earlier today, I'm sure it was. And he's been whisked away to Hollywood, sadly. So Harry is no longer with us. He's on to pastures new, bigger and better things, perhaps. I'm sure we'll see him on the billboards anytime soon. But maybe we'll be able to get him for a cameo appearance today. Maybe he'll be able to tear himself away from his agent, get out of his trailer, and get himself back onto the old Wi-Fi and plug himself in for the deadline show. So let's see. If we hit the like button, enough of you smash the like button on arrival, get involved in the poll, drop the fist bumps in the live chat, maybe we will be able to summon Harry Trades from his trailer and get him out back on the deadline show. And yeah, just before we kick the door open, I know we're a little bit behind, but it is internationals. There's not as much to go through. So a little bit of a delayed kickoff, as it were. But I was actually live on Harry's channel last night, just as he was wrapping up his member section. And we ended up getting to a bit of a chat and all the rest of it. So I wouldn't be surprised if we hung on a little bit longer past the deadline. So everyone who's here already, fist bump to all you guys. The live crew getting here from kickoff. Love to see it. If you're watching this after we've been live, you're an absolute madman, but thank you. Drop the fist bump, drop the like as well, support the show and all that good stuff. But I had to delete all my teams this morning and just kind of redo them after jumping onto Predictorfy. Predictorfy powers all of the predicted lineups that we do here on the deadline show. And I'm still going to get some guys playing. I don't think I'm going to get anything out of this midweek. It was pretty scant. There wasn't much going on, but this next game week, I've got some really fun teams kind of built out, and I'm probably not really going to change them unless somebody's not playing. But I'm managing to get an in-season team out after picking up that Sucic the other day at a nominal price with some market credits. Oscarson's been in the background of the gallery now for about a month or so. The Celtic guys, and then Captain Kang's a bit of a kicker. I thought, why not go for a wee bit of in-season action since we've got the four guys? A wee bit of combo there. The Celtic and the Sociedad collection is coming together, which is cool. And that's a bit of a theme that I've got going on. And because it's internationals, I'm happy to just kind of lean into it a little bit more and just, hey, let's just see how it falls, how the chips lie out. Because the under-23 win that we had at the weekend there, yeah, the Frimpong let us down. We could have definitely picked somebody better than him. But, sometimes the football gods smile kindly upon a well-built Sorare collection, let's just say. For the international nights, I've only got one super rare team, but Scripsy's got a double game week. So if he doesn't play one game, I would expect him to play the other. And the rest of the guys are kind of fine. But for the first time ever, properly, I've got a Scotland stat going out. I've got a forward card. I've got the goalkeeper back. It's not limited this time. And between the double game week, I think Christie starts for sure. We'll check the predictions when we get to them. Captain Robbo, McGinn, Mr. Scotland. Scotland could win this double game week. Let's be honest. I could get across two games a good enough score out of each of these guys, hopefully, to do something fun. But this team is proper fun. Red Bull collection at its finest. I won that Openda last year, so it's a standalone card. But three guys out of the collection at different clubs now, which is extra cool as well. But in that one Leipzig collection, representing three different nations, power players as well, and All Blacks playing Austria, so that's a bit of whatever. But again, quite buzzing about that team. I hope that could do well. I think all these teams could do halfway okay. I'm quite excited for them. And then I've got kind of the best of the rest. I've managed to get a third classic team out here. Vasil just playing Germany. He's been quite good in the Bundesliga, so it's not an absolute write-off of a goalkeeper. Double game week for Joki Anderson's quite safe. Same for Zubimendi. And then we go for Japan against China. I've got a bunch of cards involved in that, and we just put them in top of this little kind of safe base of Anderson, Zubimendi, and then the last keeper that we've got, Vasil. So across those, what's that, 5 teams or whatever? I'm quite, 5. I'm quite excited, actually. Some double game weeks for some of the I've got a lot of guys in double game weeks, in fact. But for some of the right players in the right places, which is cool. And then I've got a 4-man under 23 that were thrown out as well, which is just a bit of whatever, bottom division. Let's see. Wirtz trend today. I did see that. I did see he returned from flu or whatever. I did omit Wirtz from everything. We'll check on the predicted lineups when we get to that. I need to go and load up Harry's page just because I've not done that yet. So apologies. But if we have a look at the matchups tab and we have a look at, what game week is this? 27, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Fantastic. If we have a look at the matchups tab, we'll see what the big swingers, the big movers are in this international window. And afternoon all, fist bumps on arrival. Of course, I'm trying to do my best to navigate the chat as well as cover everything on screen as well. But I see he's all there. Love to see it, guys. Fist bumps on arrival is brilliant. Harry is, well, if the way Hollywood works, Harry, before you know it, could be levels, Because once you crack it in Hollywood, it's like global stardom, isn't it? You're in movies, you're with other mad superstars straight away. And yeah, football players are mad superstars, but they've not got that kind of universal thing as like the Tom Cruises and the Brad Pitts of this world or whatever. Not saying Harry is one of them, but he might be, alongside them, rubbing shoulders with the like. So yeah, limited wheel, definitely on to pastures you onwards and upwards for old H. Fist bumps to everyone on arrival. Don't have anything fun going on this weekend, Sorare wise, but I am ready for the deadline show. Lardine, you'll love to see it, mate. Thanks for joining us as always. Yeah, and again, like if you don't have much going on, it's a nice game week to maybe just sit back and go, oh, who cares? I've kind of done that with a wee bit of my fun lineups, but I do have lineups, so it's not like totally passive in that way. But yeah, Germany reigned supreme at the top of this, which is where the Wirtz reference comes from. At home to Bosnia is a game that Germany should be winning like 2 or 3-0. You would think maybe 2 or 3-1, depending on set pieces and just the way the game shakes out or whatever. But Germany under Nagelsmann haven't been that scary good, and when we come to look at the predicted lineup, it's not that scary good. It's fine, it's a good team, but it's not vintage, so whatever. Norway at home at Kazakhstan, but that could be a glut. That could be a bit of a goal fest. Norway, very top heavy. And, at home, they'll have a good fan base there. The Norway crowds are definitely lively on the right occasion. And yeah, that could be a bit of a glut. England playing Ireland, I think you would probably expect that to be quite convincing for England as well. I would maybe put that ahead of Germany, Bosnia. I think Norway could be the top game here, really, by the way. Not much in it between them and Germany, but I think England, Ireland is a bit better for England than Germany versus Bosnia is for Germany, if that makes sense. Portugal, Poland, Romania, Cyprus, Netherlands, Hungary, Belgium, Israel, Austria, Slovenia, yep, Northern Ireland, Belarus. So there's some decent games here, some double game weeks for a lot of them, and we have a little tiny bit of challenge contender in here with La Liga 2, La Liga Smart Bank, the second division in Spain, or the first division, or whatever you want to call it, but the second tier. And yeah, because it's Nations Leagues, I don't like they're 85% on to win. England are 77, Portugal are 76, even Romania very high probability of winning there, 76% chance to win. But I don't know if there's actually that many one-sided games here, really, where it's clearly like going to be a 5-0. Now you do get them in international football. There probably will be one or two in this list that do appear, but I'm not sure it's that. Like Belgium could be Belgium could smash Israel, for example. Germany could be 1 each or 2-0 or something. Might not be that great, etc. So yeah, there's a few ones here like Northern Ireland, Belarus again. There's one or two other ones here like Turkey, Wales. Sorry, Harry, but yeah, Ardagul is an interesting look this week. I thought that was Moldova versus Moldova there, but it's Moldova versus Andorra. Battle of the Minnows. We've got a wee bit of J League action here, a wee bit of Argentina. Greece, Finland. Yeah, like Greece, Finland could be good for one of them. Just turn up in a big way. A wee bit of South American action as well. And yeah, back into double game weeks. Gibraltar, San Marino. Battle of the Minnows again. So yeah, it's quite open, I think. This kind of game week does lend itself to having a bit of fun, like you just seen with some of the teams that I've kind of thrown out there. Any fun teams that you guys have got, definitely get them in the live chat today. Pedro Galese suspended for Peru. And I've seen actually some sort of glowing recommendation for Galese on the timeline over the last 2 days. I forget exactly what they said. I've been looking at teams who still have something to play for. Yeah, definitely finding teams that have motivation for success is good. If that's at all there. Norway and Austria, for example, need to win to get promoted. So Austria were they didn't do too good in the midweek, did they, from memory? I had Leimer and Sabitzer DNP'd on me, which was a pain. Oh no, they won 2-0 against Kazakhstan. I think it took a while for them to get going right enough. Mitoma. That's only a 67. But no, I'm not going to make it. I'm at any boxes or anything. 78 points here with a 3-man. Captain Bikey. Oh, sorry, I forgot the screen hadn't switched. But yeah, 2-0 for Austria on the last one. And who was the other one? You said Norway? Norway as well. Yeah, Norway are going to be rinse time. Right, let's have a look at some predicted lineups and we'll get into some more kind of chill and chat stuff when any superstars, any A-list Hollywood celebrities who I think have got probably the cleanest reputation in Hollywood now. Maybe Harry's probably the cleanest guy in Hollywood with all the stuff that's going on there. So I don't know why I've just went to Turkey Wales now after talking about Harry. Sorry. Here's Turkey Wales anyway. Turkey are at home. Arda Güler is on to start, and yeah, apologies to Harry, but this could be a really good game for the Turks. And this one, Arkatoglu is going from strength to strength at Benfica. Arda Güler, of course, waiting for those minutes to come. Kenan Yildiz is doing as well as anyone is kind of at Juve at the moment. He's playing most of the weeks anyway. Callan Hogu and Kokchu living their best life. The defence is a bit of whatever. I'm a big Demiral fan, but he's in Saudi or Qatar or something these days, so maybe not at peak performance. So the Welsh will definitely fancy themselves, and wow, if they're going Harry Wilson up front, then you know Harry Trades will be happy. But Brennan Johnson and Dan James, that's like three rapid players, isn't it? Nice kind of counter-attack set up if that's the way they're planning to go for. So yeah, maybe not a foregone by any stretch, but it could be one of those ones. Here's the Germany game that we were looking for. So Germany, Wirtz is 25% behind Kleindienst, if I can say that. Kleindienst. Alongside Havertz, Gnabry, Musiala nailed on to start, I think, and in support of whoever is up front. Maybe it's Wirtz, and I think if Wirtz plays, is it maybe Havertz that would move up front, or would Wirtz start up front? That's an interesting one to watch out for. Gross and Andrik have been quite consistently selected. Hitate's just come on for Japan. Buzz. So has Dyson. Love that. And the back four is quite consistent. Jonathan Tah coming in for Schlotterbeck, and Bowman getting another cap. So quite a strong Germany team, but let's say it's not vintage, is it? You know, it's not like Gnabry's really... The best player on the team is Musiala. And if Wirtz plays in, they've got two players of that level. Gross, Havertz, Andrich are all like really good, you know, for the level that they're playing at and the level you need them for here. But yeah, they're not that like blasting teams away quality, I don't think. Mittelstadt and Kimmich could have a say in that, of course. And then this is the Bosnia team who, you know, with Dzeko and Demirovic up front, like they've got teeth, you know, they've got something to fight back with. The midfield all like to play ball as well, which is cool. And it's a back five, Dedic and Gazi Begovic, the bombastic fullbacks with Vasilja in goal. So I don't think Bosnia are that pushovery either, really, are they? You know, they've got some good players in the right places, and yeah. The second game we had there was Norway, wasn't it? Norway, Kazakhstan. And I think this is a game definitely, 16 minutes ago. Hot off the presses for the Norway lineup. I don't think it's changed since this morning. This Donham guy came into it last time it changed, certainly. And maybe defence has changed. It's Hegem. I've not really been paying attention to these positions, to be honest with you. But Pedersen, Ostergaard, Ryerson, Nusa, Forsby, Berge, Donham, Haaland, and Sorloth all look pretty reliably on to start for this one. And then there's a good second string here as well, depending on if there is any surprises. If you're playing rivals, maybe watch out for the lineup coming out. And then they've got the Besiktas guy, I don't know how to pronounce his name, sorry, and then Vorogovsny in at left back. Igor Shatsky in goals. So yeah, but big Sorloth and Haaland up front. It's going to be a case of who gets the assists for them. I think Ryerson could be a great defender shout this week because the clean sheet's probably there. It's all about possession lost with somebody like Ryerson. If he doesn't have that many balls, but it's just getting shelled into, you know, heady tennis, and maybe the first touch is the Kazakhstan defenders, like Ryerson could be amongst the peaks this game week. Haaland should be getting 4 goals in this, you know, or a hat trick or something. Let me catch up with the chat. Sorry, there's a bunch of you here. Bill Star, good to see you. Gyökeres is Swedish. Yeah, so I wouldn't sweat that. Who was third on the matchups tab after that? We had England, Ireland, yeah, and I think that should be rated higher than the Germany game. I think for me, no disrespect to Ireland or anything like that, of course, not really an England supporter, yeah, but interesting, yeah. Well, THB getting a cap is fun. Lewis Hall looking to get a start in this one is interesting as well. No real surprise with Pickford guy, Ian Walker, front three. Looks effective, looks fun. And Bellingham, Angel Gomez, and Curtis Jones is an interesting third midfielder pick. So, yeah, England, we'll see how they go under Carsley in this kind of shape against an Ireland team that are going to be playing like a 5 box 4 and then 1 attacker. I'm not sure England scored that many goals, I suppose, but at home, they're definitely getting a penalty. You know, you can just see Kane standing over the spot right now, I suppose, can't you? And in midfield, like Cullen, Smodics, I don't even know the other two lads. Can't imagine them getting much joy against Bellingham. And this could be a good game for Angel Gomez to kind of announce himself. Lille have been one of the teams of the Champions League so far, so he's definitely having a good season and could be time to shine from him. But guys, the Hollywood A-lister has got himself out of his trailer. He's torn himself away from his agents and all the rest of it. And he's back on the Deadline show, kind of. Maybe there he is. Harry Trades, good to see you, mate.
Good to see you, mate. I'm sorry if my Wi-Fi and stuff messes up. Yeah, looks like upload's really, really low right now. So apologies for the lateness and apologies if Wi-Fi bunks out on us. But yeah, good to be here, mate.
A slight adjustment on this when it off last night. Interesting. And yeah, great to have you, Harry boy. Sorry, I'll just make sure I caught up with the chat, so kind of got away from me a little bit there. I did a little bit of matchups tab, did a little bit of like the top 3 games on Predictorfy already. And it's quite an open game week. How are you feeling coming into this one?
Yeah, I did my teams last night, but there's quite a few double game weeks, isn't there? That maybe aren't even that lucrative, really. Like there's nobody with like 2 smashing fixtures from what I remember. There's a couple decent ones, but 2 above 80 here. I'm looking on the matchups tab, firmly above 80 as well. But like you just said, then Norway had a couple of injuries maybe last night, and yeah, Kazakhstan at home still feels pretty nice, doesn't it? But yeah, no, I'm feeling good. I've got a couple of under 23 lineups out, and yeah, a couple of international lineups, but nothing too crazy. I'm not too hopeful. We're playing away to Turkey, toughest game for us. So not too hopeful for the Welsh, but yeah, we'll hopefully put on half a performance. What about you, mate?
I've got some fun teams. I kind of previewed them earlier. I won't bore everyone with them twice this quickly. I'll show you them towards the deadline. But I've got a full Scotland stack. I've got a full Red Bull stack. I've got something else that's kind of fun. I forgot what it is now. But I've got like 3 quite fun teams. And then I've got 1 or 2 that are 5-man efforts that should do something. Oh, I've got an in-season team that's half Celtic, half Sociedad, with that Sucic I just picked up for a couple of pennies and stuff like that. So I've got some fun teams. I'm not mad optimistic about them, but they could fire. They could pop off. I've got full 5-man lineups, some double game weeks, and all the rest of it. It's just
go on.
The poll has been completed. I didn't ask the poll to be completed. Sorry, just distracted me.
No, I was just trying to remember the double games. But I know Portugal played twice, or maybe I'm sure they do. Yeah.
So it's more that who doesn't have a double game week. I think
I agree with you, mate. Yeah, I know. Because like Germany are obviously at top of the list, but they're the one that like don't have a double game week and obviously have a really nice home fixture. Whereas like England played yesterday, Norway played yesterday, of course, Belgium. So there's a couple that will go flood into next week. Yeah, Pico, great shout. Actually, I know you mentioned him on one of your series, didn't you, Quinny? He was one of the 3. I ended up picking one up yesterday. For my rare team, double game week. Yeah, he's one of the players that does have a double game week. That he was like £6. I've got a special edition as well, so I'm over the moon to get
the rare price was wild, wasn't it?
Yeah, £6 something. I think I didn't even haggle. I just bought it off the market. Yeah, my midfielders was probably my weakest area this game week. Like I have players, but like Spain double game week, Pedri might play, Pedri might not play, Olmo plays. Like there's so many uncertainties. And yeah, like Limited World says, there a couple of these second games could end up being nothings. So like those double game weeks, your player probably doesn't even play twice anyway.
Yeah, I think you're right there. The next, we're talking about Portugal there. They're actually the next team on the matchups tab, and their lineup has just been updated a few minutes ago. So again, hot off the press. I don't know if there's been any changes to this, but it looks. Oh no, actually the change is Vega. He's in the start. I don't think he was there last time I looked at it. But otherwise, I'd call that quite a full strength team. Pedro Neto on from the start, Rafael, Ronaldo. It's kind of all the big hitters, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Ruben Diaz, isn't it? Who's injured. He's the only big miss, I would say. I can't think of any other ones. Maybe Cancelo, but I don't know if he gets in over Dalot anymore, really. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he has went to the part-time league, hasn't he? So
yeah, but so no, you're right. So
they look good.
There's many outside. I was just saying there's not many outside of that. Like João Neves might play, but he probably plays he's going to play one, isn't he? That's the beauty of the double game week is like you can kind of know they're going to play one of them, surely.
Interesting. So with Sorare, Red or Dead, they take it from the Sorare data thing, and that's like voted by the public, as it were, essentially. So whereas this is picked by one person. So that's one person on Predictorfy saying 70% chance he starts, whereas like 29% of people that have voted have said that Coleman starts. So I think that's just different mechanisms or whatever. They need more volume.
Like same numbers, but they mean different things, right? Like that's the they just mean different things.
Yeah. This is the Poland team if anyone's interested as well. Looks like your boy Bilka's going to get the first game. Hopefully Skrupski gets the second.
So I think theirs doesn't fall into a double. I think it's like you said, one and this weekend and
a double.
Next midweek. It is a double, as if you're right. It is double for Bolka. I've got a bit of deadline drama there, mate. I think if he gets one of them, I don't think I've put him anywhere.
I've took my Skrupski on the basis it's a double, and it should he's got to play one of them. He's a Champions League goalkeeper. Yeah, I mean, how do they not cap him?
I know.
It's just the madness, isn't it, sometimes? But yeah, Portugal look pretty decent. Romania, I'm not sure. Is that Kosovo or Cyprus? Romania have got 2 good games, by the way, if you've got any Romanian players. I think that Cyprus one is their second game because their first game looks to be Kosovo. So I'll just pop that on screen because it is a double game week. So we'll just put we'll see if we've got the second team. But this looks to be the team they play in their first match, which is pretty good as well. Kosovo, so they've got Muric in goals, which is a bit different. And a few decent players, actually, that play in good clubs and good leagues, for the most part. Zagovia, of course, Champions League, Rami at Napoli. So no pushovers there. But that's the team. And then let's see if there's a second lineup for them.
Yeah, it's so tough with the second lineup, isn't it?
It's basically
it'll be the same team. Yeah, nobody's going to know until the game's done is the issue. But 2 good fixtures, definitely.
So Romania, if any of these are after one or two of them. Holland, Hungary. Now this is a weird one, right? Because Holland haven't been that great. I know they were okay in the last tournament and stuff like that. They were fun for rivals and stuff like that. I remember they were quite good for a few games. Memphis Depay and his headband and all that, but they've not quite. I don't know. They don't feel that great these days. Holland in general. Bit of a change here as well. By the way, FDJ coming into the fold, I think.
Ooh. Timber left back. King Coop. It feels like there's too many centre mids on that field. There's 4 centre mids there with a winger and Xerxes. I don't know how that ends up working. Surely Milan they need another winger. There's no way you can play with just Gakpo.
Who knows, man? I say Holland have been weird, I think. Hungary as well, you can't really write them off, but Holland should beat them, you would think, in theory, especially with the second keeper playing, no Galashi, it looks like. So it's Debus. I think he plays for Ferencvaros or something. I don't think he's in a big league or anything like that. So you never know how it shakes out, I suppose. But Orban, Soboslai, one or two of these guys aren't bad. So again, it's not a great game for Holland, but it should be, but it may not.
It comes up as a 70% win percentage, which I can kind of get behind. But like you said, Hungary are fine. They've got players who can do a bit of damage. I wouldn't. I mean, I'm putting Bart in one of my better teams, but I'm not sort of banking on there being a clean sheet here because international football can throw all sorts of spanners in the works. No matter what nation you are really and how low ranked you are, there's always goals to be had.
Yeah. The next one we've got there is Belgium away to Israel. I don't know where this game will actually be played, but this is the Belgium team here. And Harry, I picked up Big Arnie Engels came in off the back of the in-season win I had last weekend, a wee bit of market credits, and I sold the Benfica kid that I won. Sold them on the secondary market for whatever the going rate was. Great under 23 cards, but since I don't have any plans to play Challenger, if I don't have, and I don't always have an under 23 goalkeeper every game week, it's. If I've got one, it's because I've not fit into a region somewhere. So I've got Big Arnie in. As soon as I bring Big Arnie in, he started last night against Italy, which was cool. So hopefully he'll be coming back to Celtic Park buzzing. It doesn't look like he'll be playing the next game against Israel. Maybe he comes off the bench. Maybe he does start. Let's see. But this is the Belgium team to take on Israel. I think this could be a game, again, for the likes of Openda, Lukaku. The fullbacks could do great in this one, De Kuyper and Castagna, No Israel predicted team, but I seen Peretz was getting the goalkeeper. He got some plaudits for the last game. I think he made some saves and stuff. So might not be a hammering, but it's hard to see Israel getting anything out of the game.
Yeah, who did they play yesterday? They lost to somebody.
I forget. I seen that Perez got some plaudits, but that was all. Sorry.
Yeah, they played a half decent side. I'm sure they did. I can't remember who though.
But yeah, no predicted lineup for them. This is the Belgium team. Strong defence as well. Decent chance of a clean sheet. Israel could get a goal, but I'd say like Belgium could be quite good for a clean sheet in general.
Yeah, because they're not playing necessarily away, are they? Technically, I mean they are away, but you know what I mean. Like, I don't know where that Israel game would be played, but I can't imagine it's in Israel.
Next one we've got is
Austria.
Yeah,
they drew with France yesterday. Israel, by the way.
Is that what it was? France? They're in some group, aren't they?
I know. France, Belgium, Italy.
No, France. Anyone confident? Ballman playing? He's predicted me. I think the goalkeepers for Germany are quite predictable. Yeah. Also, I think like if the people think Ballman is playing, he probably will.
It's been announced apparently. Like he got first game, Nubel second. I've seen that on Twitter. Yeah. So yeah,
very predictable, aren't they? Mm-hmm. This is the next one up, which is Austria-Slovenia. Austria's team looks pretty good. Obviously, I just showed you earlier that Sabitzer DNP'd the first game, which makes me think he's probably going to start the next one. Just the way these things tend. But this is a team that looks listed pretty strong. At home to Slovenia, it's probably full strength. No Kevin Danso, or Prass for Moeni. Depends on, it's a personnel thing, I suppose, like horses for courses. No Arnautovic either. Gregorich, I think, did well in the first game. But decent team. Austria, you know.
Yeah, played yesterday against a 10-man Kazakhstan. Thought they would have scored a bit better than they did in the end, but they brought a lot of lads off quite early, I think. And okay.
And then here is the Slovenia team for anyone that's interested. Big Jan, the man, all black and gold, Sesko up front, and then a bunch of nobodies in the middle. Kind of. Northern Ireland, your boy. So Isaac Price now in the building for Harry Trades, and he's on to start in that number 10 spot.
I watched the highlights of the last game where he scored hat-trick. Well, last game for Northern Ireland, and he looked good, to be fair. His last goal, the first two were like tap-ins really, but the last goal was unbelievable. So not really done it yet for Standard Liège, like score-wise. He hasn't really come to fruition, but he looks talented, like a really really nice balance, and looks athletic. And yeah, hopefully home to Belarus, you've got to fancy him.
Yeah. Belarus team is on screen. Nice to see that Scott predicted. I recognise absolutely nobody here. The Volkov, there's one guy with a card, and the goalkeeper, like that he plays for like Bate Borisov or something like that. So, so Northern Ireland will fancy their chances here. There's a few cards. There's not quite a stack, but that'll be fun for them.
Yeah, a couple of cards. Connor Bradley, both under 23. He and Isaac.
Yeah. The next one we've got is Spain. Switzerland, right? But Spain is a double game week. Their first game is Denmark, so we'll pop that on screen now. This is the Spain team expected to face the Daneland, as it were. Pedri and Olmo on a 50-50. Morata or Jose Perez or Samu Amoridon is a kind of 50-50 three-way action. Amoridon the least likely to get the minutes. Outside of that, left back's the only other 50-50, Cucurella, Grimaldo, but the rest of the team's pretty nailed. Yeah, solid enough. Against Denmark, they're not heavily favoured for this one. Denmark is just, every time I look at Denmark in internationals, I just think these guys love playing for Denmark. They always score so well, like Joki Anderson, Højbjerg, Eriksson especially. And then there's a few other guys here that can be halfway handy. So not an easy game for Spain, the first one.
No, definitely not.
And then the second one, which is the one that's high up there, is against the Swiss. Now, we don't actually have the Spain team here yet, but we have the Swiss team. So there's the Swiss team that will play Spain, they would imagine. And again, yeah, like no Sommer, no Shaqiri. A lot of this team is obviously kind of new generation. They've done well enough in the last tournament. But look at that defence. No Schär either. Like Comert and Hajdari and Kobel. That's not the same as like some of the guys we've seen over the last 20 years for Switzerland, So, funny one. That could be really good for Spain. That Spain, like, I don't know. Imagine this is the team against that other lineup. Marino probably comes in. Olmo probably comes in. Baena probably comes in. The left backs will swap. That's still a really good team,
Yeah. Yeah, you probably won I don't know, actually. What fixtures you really won there? They're both very similar, but like you said, defensively, maybe the Swiss aren't on paper aren't as good as maybe Denmark, but yeah, you probably won your Spain players to be playing against Switzerland, though, wouldn't you, really, if you could?
Yeah.
you know.
Denmark being at home as well. Again, they'll have a good turnout for that, and they'll be up for it.
Yeah.
Bad injuries at centre back, is it? Bullstar, great intel, mate. Love that. And then we've got Racing Santander. I'm not going to touch that. Azerbaijan, Estonia. I'm not going to touch that. We had Sweden on earlier to peek at Gyökeres because I think someone thought he was Norwegian for a minute. Maybe I just got the wrong end of the stick with the comment. But here's the Sweden team back on screen again. No goalkeeper that's got a card. Ayari, the boy at Brighton, gets into midfield next to some other guy I've never heard of. Saletros. Interesting. The right back's a new name also, but that front three: Kulu, Isak, Gyökeres. That's a bit of fun. And Ken Sema, by the way, is a guy that was kind of popping up on the radar. I can't remember when, right? But see if you see this guy, and you might recognise him. Some of you guys out there, because he played for Watford and he played for someone else in England, maybe for a minute. But he's a unit. Like, he's a huge guy. He plays left back and he's quite attacking sometimes. So, like, Slovakia are actually a pretty good team, so maybe you won't see him being that influential, especially like when they've got Hanko, Skriniar, Vavro, Dubravka on to play, Lobotka, Benes. Like, actually, Slovakia are pretty nippy. You know, they're maybe missing a goal scorer, but that's a decent, it's a decent outfit as a base of the squad.
They looked good in the Euros, didn't they? I remember you had Duda, Lobotka. They had a couple of good performances, didn't they?
Yeah, I think that Strelic played against Celtic for Bratislava. Don't think he did well, but I just recognise his name there. Yeah, it could be a good one for the Swedes. The midfield is weird, and then this Nanasi is rated as a under 23 midfielder. He's not on to start.
Strasbourg.
Yeah,
I know you. I've heard of him. I've not seen him play yet, but front three is just deadly, isn't it? If they're on it. Yeah,
could be rinsing. Macedonia. Against the Faroes. Now I wonder if we've got Macedonia cards or a predicted lineup for it.
We should do. They played yesterday and got a decent result.
No, I've not got Macedonia. But we can look.
You could look at their previous team. Yeah, I could just go on it here if you want. This is literally the team that played. Yeah, played yesterday. Elmas off injured though, so keep an eye on that one.
Elmas, of course. Yeah. Miovski up front. Well. Dimitrievski.
Miovski up front. Yeah, they've got a few boys, but not a ton to choose from. Aliovski, ex-Leeds, isn't he? I think. Yeah, got a few boys. This guy's ex-Burnley. I don't know where he's playing now, but yeah, I've got my big Stoll in goal.
Yeah.
He just prints clean sheets. He's had 3 clean sheets in the last 3 games internationally.
Wow.
So
good group for Macedonia. You'll get another one here against the Faroes, no problem.
Hopefully. Mind you, they scored yesterday, I think, the Faroes against somebody.
Oh, wow.
I can't remember who, but yeah, they got a goal. Who was it again? Someone will know in the chat.
Clean sheet busters.
Yeah.
And then we've got your boys, Harry. I did say that I fancied this game to maybe, this could be one of the games of the game week if you're not back in Wales, potentially.
Yeah. The issue with, obviously, yeah, Turkey are in good form, as are we. We're, both unbeaten. No disrespect, we battered them at home. And I mean battered them. But it was, depleted team for them. Ferdy's not playing again. He didn't play against us at home. On paper, you've probably got to fancy him being at home. But, mate, we're unbeaten. We've scored 4 goals away from home and 1 at home. So it just shows that, I wouldn't be banking on any Turkey clean sheet. And I'm definitely not saying we're going to win the game. But don't be surprised if we nick a goal from somewhere. Because, just how it's been going for us so far in the 4 games. But, yeah, if Ardagula's fit and they're firing. But we've got Dan James back, who's going to be a massive addition up there, causing a bit of havoc. But, yeah, I don't know. It's a massive, massive game for us. And I'd be surprised if we won, but I'd also be surprised if we didn't score a goal. Because we've got players like Turkey are slow, man, at the back. I've seen it already in the same game. Yeah. First game of the Nations League. They're very, very slow. And we've got Dan James and Brennan Johnson, probably 2 of the quickest players playing in England on paper. Yeah. So, we have got things that can trouble them. I'm not saying we're going to batter them, but we do have, avenues that could hurt them. Very tough game to predict. I've got players playing in both sides, so I don't know. I'd be happy with a draw personally, a little score draw.
Fair. Ardagula, I was thinking about where it could just be a ripper of a game for him. Scores a world day or something, and
yeah, he's done it. He's done it against us already. 9 months ago, he came on for 5 minutes and just wrapped one in the top corner. And Yeah. But then he was like literally non-existent at the Cardiff City Stadium. Like, and I mean, you wouldn't have even known he was playing honestly, it was weird. Really, really strange.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Buckle up for that. The next one we've got there is Switzerland, Serbia. So again, we've seen the Swiss team once. Here it is again for the next game that they've got in their double game week. And they're playing Serbia. This looks to be their team. Again, not vintage.
Yeah, not vintage. Definitely, this is probably the second game for both of them, isn't it? I'm going to assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Serbia play Denmark and Switzerland play Spain.
Right. Yeah. Mitrovic. Yeah, I don't know. Tough to really predict. Petrovic in goal, though.
Yeah. Just trying to see if I've got that other game here. So I'm sure. Yeah, there it's there. Serbia, Denmark. And yeah, there's only some of the lineups there for it. Any differences to Serbia versus Denmark? I think the team's the same there, isn't it? Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Now, I've just seen actually when I went back onto this, by the way, that the Asian games don't really seem to be coming into that because South Korea are playing Palestine.
So yeah, we might not have.
That should be.
Let's have a yeah.
That should be a stinking game for goals and stuff. That should be like 8-0 or something. You know, you'd think.
Yeah, you're right. We don't have odds. Sorry, they don't have odds for the Iran game, South Korea game, Belarus, Luxembourg. There's a couple. Yeah.
They just beat Kuwait by a couple of goals this morning or last night or
3-1, I
something.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd think a similar result there. And then we've got the Japan lineup to play against China. And I think that's will be a good game for Japan. China are not that good internationally. You know, Japan should scud them. And it's a strong team they're playing.
Yeah, they literally just finished playing as we speak.
Yep.
They beat Indonesia 4-0 away from home. So, yeah, they mean business. Minamino started, Kamada started, Ogawa started, Matoma started, and Doan started. So, yeah, Maeda came off the bench, Sugawara, Ito, Hatate, and Ohashi. So I don't think they go with the exact same team. It's really tough to, like, Kubo. Did Kubo come off the bench? Kubo wasn't even in the squad. That can't be right, can it?
Ooh.
He wasn't even on the bench because Kyogo didn't get off the bench. Yeah. Kubo didn't get off the bench. Sorry, I couldn't see him on there. So he probably plays, doesn't he? You've got to think.
Yeah.
Or at least get off the bench. Kyogo. It's never a good look if you're not getting a minute, though, is it? Like, surely you don't come in and just automatically start. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mate, Hatate went away in the last international break and get no minutes.
Did he?
Yeah.
So he got 11 minutes today.
Yeah, Japan will do that to you.
Yeah, they're harsh like that, but yeah, I don't know. There'll definitely be rotations, won't there? It's just getting them right.
Yeah, but like you say, I think Take is a solid shout. If he didn't get off the bench at all, Matoma seems undroppable. They love Minamino. Yeah, maybe Dyson could start this or Kyogo. I don't know, but Ogawa, I find it weird that Ogawa's starting over Dyson and Kyogo like outright 2 matches in a row. You know, playing in Eredivisie for a no-name team essentially. You know, it's weird. It's not like it's Asano who's playing in the Bundesliga or, you know, like Junior Ito and like French Liga or anything like this, you know. So I'd be surprised if one of the hoops didn't start this one, but it looks like Ogawa.
Ito surely comes in as well. There's no way Ito came off the bench today. I've got to think Ito comes in somewhere.
Yeah. I think this means Japan qualified, so it'll likely be rotation.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a different type of player. Fair, I can get that. But I think with the China thing, like I definitely think there's. I don't know. I got the feeling last time Japan played China that they wanted to play other stars against that team and just smash them. You know, like competitively. Like maybe some of you guys will be able to tell me what the score was last time, but I'm pretty sure they spanked them. You know, I'm pretty sure Japan did a number on them.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me at all.
Let me check. Japan's an interesting one. Is this the right Japan? It is. So many Japans on Sorare data. But yeah, last time 7-0. And they played Matoma, they played Kubo, they played Minamino, they played Ueda. They just went for them. Maeda off the bench, Ito off the bench with goals. Ogawa came on for Ueda, yeah. So that's been consistent.
Yeah, because he got
I suppose.
injured, didn't he?
But even just in this rotation, they were doing that anyway. So that's actually, it shouldn't have been surprising, I suppose, but I do find it surprising. Yeah, Kamada played one game, sits to another. That's quite usual for them as well. Kubo will come in his place, I think. Tanaka could come in quite conceivably as well. For Endo. Yeah, Tanaka's maybe an outside shout.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's anything else we've not touched on yet. Portugal, Poland, we did. Luxembourg, Bulgaria, if anyone cares. Here's the Luxembourg team. I've actually got a fair amount of cards. It's like half a stack there. And they're playing Bulgaria, who have got a stack. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a couple of cards. Mitov in goal.
Yep. Scotland, Croatia. So we've got Scotland. We've got a double game week of kind of hell. We've got Croatia and Portugal. Oh no. Is it Croatia, Portugal? Sorry, yeah. Is it Croatia, Poland? So it's not too bad the second time. But yeah, it looks to be the Scotland team. I think Christie starts in this position over McLean. I think Christie's been playing that position for Bournemouth, that kind of deeper midfield spot, and like that should just be music to Steve Clarke's ears. Play him next to Gilmore. Let McTominay do his job that he does. Let McGinn do his thing. Get Doak on the wing, and then it looks like Dykes will be starting an attack. Back four kind of half picks itself at this stage as well. Captain Robbo. Croatia, no mugs.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not an easy game though, mind for Croatia. I don't think. Like it's a decent Scotland team. Like let's just have it right. It's a good team.
Katarski in goals.
Yeah,
Blue X returns.
Yeah, I was hoping Labrovic would have got it, but it looks like Katarski's got the nod. Fair.
He has been brilliant, in Turkey. Like I used to get notifications for him all the time. When he was in Croatia before Croatia came on listed, and then when Croatia did get covered, I still had him, and it was like, oh, brilliant! And all his scores came on, and they were all brilliant. But he's been in Greece, and like I think it's at PAOK, PAOK, and
Panathinaikos or something like that, isn't it? Or PAOK, yeah.
PAOK, aye, and he does pretty well by all accounts. Team of the weeks and all the rest of it. So the Blue X returns. They went double Sucic as well, Peter and Luka. I have a lot of usual suspects as well around that.
This Peter's scoring really well for Dynamo. I don't know whether you've noticed, but he's been doing really well. Like I think he scored like a 90 for Croatia last international break. Sorry.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's got a bit about him. He has. I'll be honest, I haven't seen him play yet, but I'm sure someone in the chat can let us know. But yeah, he's been.
Looks like he works in a chippy, doesn't he?
Poor man's Batterina, isn't he?
That scores have been tasty.
Good, mate. Yeah, good player.
4 games, decent.
Breaking through.
Yeah. It's a fun one. What else do we have here? We've looked at that. Georgia, Ukraine. Battle of the goalkeepers, Mamadashvili versus Trubin.
Yeah.
No Kvaradona.
Yeah, someone mentioned that to me in my Discord. I can't remember the exact reason why. Yeah, I couldn't tell you, but there's definitely something up with him. You got Mika Tuwezi. Surprised Davidashvili isn't. Oh, there he is. Yeah, Davidashvili's in. Yeah.
Sorry, pal.
It's okay.
Yeah, they still get some players here, but very attacking. Davidashvili in midfield with Chakvatadze, who's a bit of an attacking player as well, is kind of going all out, I guess, isn't it? In some way.
And that centre mid guy, like I think he plays for Sturm Graz, maybe. He scores really well in the Austrian league as well. So yeah, they've got a few bit of firepower.
And this is the Ukraine lineup they'll be against. Trubin in goals over Lunin. It does appear. As I said that, I thought Lunin might be playing. I maybe spoke too soon, but no. Konoplia, the ginger Ukrainian, he's playing at right back. Zabarny, Michaelenko, Matvienko on the other side there. Sudakov, Mudryk, Yarmchuk. Some fun guys in attack. No Dovbike from the start. Interesting.
Yeah. It's just cut and paste, isn't it, with Ukraine? It feels like they play the same sort of 11 most of the time, especially this back four anyway, at least. But yeah, Sudakov's a good little player.
Montenegro, Iceland. So the Montenegro team is on screen. Stevan Jovetic is still starting for them. Where's he even playing?
I can't remember, but he played against Wales. He'll come off the bench against Wales. I don't think he's started a game yet for them. He might have
Ammonia
won last year.
Nicosia, mate.
Wow.
I love this guy, mate.
He's still
See when Man
decent.
City signed him, I was like, oh, what a player we've got. But it's just never happened, has he?
Not really, no. But Bellamy, our manager, of course, like played with him at City.
Oh, yeah.
He spoke really highly of him, like before the press conference when we played them. Yeah, he's done a bit of business, but like, yeah, that's obviously a little while ago. But yeah, you could still see he's still got it. He's still got it. He's just obviously lacking legs, but he's yeah, he was a player, wasn't he, back in the day? Really good player.
Aye. I made a 50 quid bet with my mate. He'd win Young Player of the Year when he signed for City.
No way.
I was like, he's going to be brilliant. He's going to be smashing goals in. Because if you look at his Fiorentina highlights, it's probably the only highlights he's got that are worth looking at.
Yeah.
Like, he was scoring mad goals, you know.
Crazy goals. Yeah, yeah.
Aye, I loved him.
It was tough, man. They had 4 good strikers then at City. You know, you had like Dzeko and Balotelli, and I don't know what Negredo, Aguero, obviously, Tevez. They always had like 4 nines, didn't they? Really, and it was just like you got no chance, really.
This is the Iceland team that they'll be facing off against. Yeah, no, you're dead on. It was very busy. Always a lot of firepower at City. Oscarson on to start, which is fun. Good Johnson's son, I'm sure it's his son, maybe it's his nephew or whatever, but he plays in Belgium. I forget what team it is.
Yeah,
Genk or
we
Ghent.
did through that, didn't we? Ghent or something, yeah.
Yeah. So that's a fun attack force, 4-4-2 style. Turkey, Wales. Albania, Czech. Albania were kind of banana skin recently, so we'll put them on screen. They've got enough cards.
Yeah, good little team. Got some players.
Yeah. Bajrami now at Rangers, Hoxha, Ramadani, Ismaili, my decisive guy, Hisaj, Strakosha. Asani obviously plays in GRK or whatever, yeah. And then the guy at Inter that still not get cards, Asllani.
Yeah. Good point.
Sorry, Czech Republic, who they're against. Their team's on screen here. Another Rangers player, Cherny. Suchek Kufal. Kovar starting.
Ooh. Yeah, I think that's a thing. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's had the gloves last couple of games. I could be wrong, but somebody mentioned Italy. Italy, France.
Oh yeah, we've definitely not seen any of those teams. Just want to check this Kovar, but let's see if that's new or not. Ah, yeah, you're right. He's on for about 5 or 6 caps now.
Who was the keeper before that? I can't think.
I would say like Pavlenka or something. This is Stanek.
Stanek, yeah.
Pavlenka, the guy who played at Bremen, was probably doing it for a fair few years. Let's see. Germany, Bosnia, done that. Finland, Greece. Yeah, there's Italy, France there. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. But here's Finland, Greece. Hradeki's in. Robin Lod is in. They've got a guy called Daniel O'Shaughnessy in the centre back for Finland, which is just funny. Pukki and Poland Japalo not on to start, both of them. Interesting.
Yeah, they played yesterday. I think that, however you pronounce that, Joel, I'm not going to pronounce his name. I can't do it, but he missed a pen yesterday.
No beer after the game for him.
Kelleher, Liverpool keeper, saved it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
he's really stepping up in a big way.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? I think he's due a little first team move somewhere, isn't he? If nothing changes.
Yeah. Greece team looks pretty good. A lot of decent players in some decent positions across Europe. Ioannidis, who I think is at Panathinaikos, got a bit of a link to, I don't know who it was, but I'm just going to say it was Benfica, but somebody like that in the summer. Maybe we'll see him move in January, but he's one of these guys that's scoring goals for fun there. Bakasetas, Tizolis, we all know, of course. So Finland, Greece is a funny one. Again, if Greece won that 2 or 3-0, got some good scores, you wouldn't be too surprised, you know. So there's lots of games here that are kind of up in the air, it feels like.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
Italy, France. Here we go.
Here we go. They scored really well yesterday, Italy, against Belgium.
Yeah. Super good. Tonali with the goal. I seen that to open it. And they played like 4 midfielders. Like they had somebody else up front who was, they played Fratesi as well, and they didn't play Raspadori. So they had like that midfield 3 and another, I think the way it was displayed on screen was Barella, but it might have been Ravella. But they had like basically 4 CMs playing in this shape.
Wow.
with like one
Overloading the
striker.
midfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it working, definitely.
So yeah,
2 wide, DeMarco and Cambiaso. Yeah.
against San Francais. Oh, and Kunku's on to start. That's fun for me. Klaus 50-50 with Kunde.
Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's obviously played yesterday. This is a very different team, I think.
Yeah.
Like almost completely different, apart from maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's been updated 18 hours ago, so it's not hot off the presses. But if France is qualified tonight, it'll be very difficult to predict a turnover.
Yeah.
At least we are sure Saliba will play. So did they qualify? No, they drew.
They drew, yeah. But I know Saliba didn't play at all. It was Upamecano and Kanate, I believe. So, yeah.
Hard to predict.
Very tough. That midfield 3 is completely different, I believe. I think Rabiot came off the bench yesterday, but Zaya Emery definitely started. So yeah, I can't remember the other 2 midfielders if I'm being honest, but
I don't think France score.
I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't, if I'm being honest. Like, didn't score against Israel, like, no disrespect, but first team as well, by the way. Like, they played most of their big guns.
Yep.
I just think now that Mbappe's just turned it in on France, like, they must all think, what are we doing here? Like, if he can have a holiday, like, why can't we? And just sack it off a little bit. I know they're not Mbappe, but...
The comments on the lineup for Georgia say Kvaradona will play, so I'm just catching up on the chat there. Sorry, Harry.
No,
but yeah,
I saw that mentioned.
This is a fun one, or an interesting one, certainly. Hernandez, more disappointing yesterday. Kunde, yeah, so... I also noticed here the South American ones we've not touched on. So we've got Uruguay, Colombia. I'll just pop them on screen now quickly. This is the Uruguay team. Pelistri in to start.
Big bueno.
Yeah. Big Santi for me is fun. Aye.
Yeah.
In Colombia. Wouldn't you know James starts? Kind of got a game for Vallecano, but can still play for Colombia.
His first name on the team sheet, isn't he, here?
The defence here is solid, by the way, isn't it? Well, that's a good set of cards.
Like, obviously, they're running the Copa America this summer. I got to watch them play live. It was mate, honestly, like, they're just... I mean, it was Cuesta that played again instead of Lucimi because I think he was injured. But, man, yeah, they got a wicked back four. Like, Munoz when he's firing. Majica, the left back, he's class. I love watching him play for Osasuna. And Big John Duran now has got the nod. Who was the other guy? The guy who played for Krasnodar? John Cordoba.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty good, but John Duran's the man, isn't he, right now? So
yeah. And then we've got Peru versus Chile. This is the Peru team on screen. No Galese, as somebody mentioned at the tip-off of the show.
Yeah.
Advincula still playing, but which we love to see. One of everyone's favourite players from maybe the 2016 World Cup, was it? For Peru. But yeah, he's still there. That's fun. No star power out. Quispe's half there, but like there's not really anyone else up in the front lines here that does anything.
No, not really got a guy, have they?
And then the return of is it a red X for him? Maybe it's a blue X. Arturo Vidal is in for this one. Maripan starts, the Monaco player. Or former Monaco, is he? Maripan, where is he now? Is Maripan Monaco still? I'm losing my mind.
I don't think so. I could be wrong, but he's definitely moved, I think. Diego Valdez. They've got a couple of decent players. Vidal.
Torino, he's at Maripan.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorted. 35 minutes to the deadline. I think we're doing quite well. Where did we get to? We got to France, Italy, Bulgaria, Belarus. I don't think we need to look at Portugal's second game against Croatia. Is there any obvious? Yeah, they think João Neves will come in for Bernie Silva, and Conceição come in for Neto. Tavares will come in the second game, they think.
For Nuno, yeah.
Yeah. Could see those kind of things happening.
Definitely, yeah. Especially if they've qualified, like somebody said in the chat. Yeah, 100%.
Kosovo, Lithuania, we don't care about. Scotland, Poland, I think that's the same as the last game. And otherwise, yeah, it's kind of the end of it, really. The Poland team to take on Scotland, I think that looks the exact same as the last team we looked at. They think Bilka plays both games as it stands at the moment. I hope that's not the case. In Scotland, yeah, it's just the same as the last game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll show you the wee lineups I had, Harry. Some of you guys at the beginning of the show would have caught it, of course, but I made an in-season team with a bit of a combo from Celtic and Sociedad, and I went Captain Kang for the kicker as the classic. So I've got Schmeichel, I've got Anthony Ralston, who played 2 games at right back for Scotland, Lucas Sucic and Ori Oscarsson. So it could be okay. Super rare teams full of starters. It could be fun. The full Scotland stack, which is McGinn and Christie in midfield, Captain Robbo in defence, and Dokester as my forward.
Ooh,
I finally got the goalkeeper with Craig Gordon, so that's cool. And then this is the Leipzig one, Harry. Guardiol, Olmo, Soboslai, and Openda.
Oh, that could be quite fun, you know. Double game weeks for a couple of them as well. It's just a sob, isn't it? Can he turn up against the Netherlands? But I love that though. That could actually do a bit of damage, you know.
Yeah, I think so. This is fun, you know. And then the last goalkeeper I've got is Vasilj, Joki Anderson on a double game week, Zubi Mendy on a double game week, and then I took Take and Mitoma against China for this game.
Like it.
Just to go for it. And that's basically it. Yeah, I've got a 4-man on 23 team that's irrelevant, but fun teams going out for me. I see you're cooking away.
What? Yeah, I was just going to say then, what's the consensus on Simicast? Is he dead?
Simicast? Oh, I didn't see him for Greece there. I wasn't paying attention for him, but let's have a look.
Yeah, I didn't either, you know. That's a good point.
Simicast, Greece. No, it's the Norwich boy. It's playing Giannoulis.
I need to do a bit of
Simicast on 40%. That's weird. I would have thought he's a starter for them.
Well, he played yesterday. Whether that's just rotation, I could believe it. But
Giannoulis may also come in for Simicast at left back.
Oh,
potential few changes after the loss to England. Yeah, so you need to read a bit of the notes as well with one or two of these teams.
I think I need to do quite a bit of rejigging, to be honest, Quinny, because I haven't looked at these this morning. So I'm gonna actually delete a couple of these and just do them again. I think the under 23s are set, but it's just all the international night stuff that might need.
One thing I was going to show, while you were just poking around with that, just to hand it over to you, is I've got a best of Europe lineup put out. I've not got a limited in it, but let me hear your thoughts on this one, Harry. So my best of Europe to win the Zidane signed shirt, I went with Mitov in goals. I've got De Kuyper in as defender. I've got Bruno Fernandes captain mid, Haaland up front, and then Højbjerg for the boss AA over 2 games.
I like it all. I'm worried about the Kuyper though.
Really?
Just because, well, he had a stinker yesterday, and I don't know the ins and outs of Belgium. I just mean, surely there's somebody with like a nice double game week that you could maybe get in on. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I kind of did this before I seen all the predictions and stuff like that, but I did think there's not that. Yeah, maybe Mittelstadt, right? But he's only got 1 game against Hungary, and I think if I was looking at Mittelstadt,
it's against Bosnia. Come on.
Oh, Bosnia. I beg your pardon.
Conor Bradley. Do Conor Bradley. That could be it. Come on.
Conor Bradley.
Games.
Against Belarus and Luxembourg. Yeah, probably. I went with, what was it? When I looked at Mittelstadt, I ended up just bringing myself back to Van Dijk. I thought Van Dijk's just as kind of nailed it him for like a solid score. But Van Dijk doesn't really have that ceiling for Holland. He doesn't have above
unless
60
he scores like a header or something random. Yeah.
But I thought with De Kuyper, he could be attacking his face off in this game.
Charlie reckons he's not nailed. So I'm kind of in that same sort. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs, but I just worry after yesterday. Surely there must be a safer bet than him. Dragusin 2 games for Romania. I don't know. Both at home. I don't know. I know. I can see you thinking because De Kuyper can do 100. I just don't know if he's gonna. I honestly don't know if he's gonna play.
Yeah, genuine. Fair. Grimaldo double game week.
You're probably only getting 1 out of him, I would argue, but that could still be fine.
Yeah. It's kind of an insurance play, isn't it?
Scaldini?
Nah, against England. He could do all right, but if he gets booked and concedes a few, I think Ryerson was my first pick, but then I kind of went back on it in case there's something. But
I don't mind that.
I'm going to take Ryerson back in.
Yeah, I like that.
So that's my best of Europe play for the Zidane signed shirt.
I need to do mine as well, but Yeah, what can we do for international night? So Skripski's got a tough one.
Oh,
Big
Josh
stalling
Sevens.
goal, isn't it?
Josh Sevens pushing me towards your suggestion of taking the Bradley.
Oh, I'm telling you, I think it's a sneaky one. I think it's a really interesting one, honestly.
Plays CM for Ireland. Oh, that does make me
He's
interested. Who did that?
everywhere, mate. He's like Trent. Yeah, he's just like he's everywhere. I think he might be captain. I could be wrong, but he's everywhere.
Aye, screw it. Screw it. Let's take him. I'll take the suggestion all
I
day.
love it.
Because you need a guy like that to win
I
you
love it.
something like this. You know, you need that wild, nobody took him, player.
100%.
I've updated it, so I've went with Bradley in
100%.
defence.
Love it. Love it. What have I got going on here?
Turbo. I've got 4 Conor Bradley this week.
That doesn't surprise me, honestly. I think he's definitely an under 23 play this week, 100%.
Pedro Porro for the smash from Tom Halfyard.
Yeah, I like it. Is it half yard? Half yard? I don't know.
Oh, Halfyard.
Yeah, I like Porro. If he plays the first one, well, either or actually, I think. But
aye, that sounds great to me, Casey. I'm signed up. I'm signed up on the Bradley train.
Yeah, you gotta get in on Bradley. Who do I back here? Do I back Harry Wilson away to Turkey, or do I go Palestri at home to Colombia, which is not easy either, mind. And
This is your top team, is it? Or
my best team, yeah. Or this guy Kamyukov, he played against, and this was the exact same fixture on October 10th. Got a 72. He takes set pieces. They're away in Andorra. Plays for Moldova. Plays in Croatia. He's okay. He's not amazing, but he does take, like, this was against Malta. Like, he can do a bit. I think I'm gonna back him.
Yeah, I'd maybe back him. He's punchy.
Yeah. The issue is I have the Andorran keeper in under 23, so I've got him playing against. They're playing against each other basically, but
I don't think Palestri's got a big score in him in a game like this. That Colombia team was pretty lightning at the back.
Yeah, I agree with you. Nakamura surely gets off the bench this game, doesn't he? After,
yeah, I think so.
God, but this is just a secondary team. I'm not too high on it. Klaus, you've got to go Ben Davis, haven't you? Just for the security.
Apocalypto keeps coming into my chat and giving me shit about Dinamo Zagreb versus Celtic. And now Croatia, Scotland has became. We've played Croatia a fair wee bit recently, by the way, and they're getting smashed.
Yeah,
Croatia are getting.
I'm not surprised. Yeah, I'm here for it. I think it could happen. Ooh, do I do? You know what? I think I'm gonna go big Luis Diaz.
Oh yeah,
and then maybe fit in a Seiveld who played yesterday. Does that mean he definitely starts again? Or I could just play it.
Why is Luis Diaz not your best team?
Because I got Kimmich as the extra, like as the classic.
Oh, you're doing in season with it. Got you.
This is in season. We'll just do that. I'm not bothered about that one. It won't do too much, to be honest. And then the classic is going to be Costa. Love Diaz to be alive, but it doesn't look like he is. I'm sure I saw Diallo was going to get a look in for Portugal, but maybe it doesn't seem like he is.
I think he was on the depth for it. Let me go and check.
Was he?
Yeah, the second game's against Croatia. Yeah, he's on the depth for it behind Antonio Silva. I'll just show you it.
Interesting. So surely he gets one game, doesn't he?
Yeah, Antonio Silva's on to start both of them as it sits now. Renato Vega's coming in for an injured player as well, which maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I think if it's not a priority lineup, it's maybe worth having a shot at him.
Yeah. It's one of them where, like, yeah, if it comes off, it comes off. But I'm not going to lose sleep over it necessarily. But I would like it to do something. Modric double game week, and then you've either got Brennan. Ranos came off the bench yesterday for 45. Latvia away. What happens to Yilmaz? I'm sure he was on the predictions, wasn't he? Somewhere for Wales.
Let me check.
Because he got red carded. He did.
It's behind Yildiz.
Is he on there? Yeah. Interesting. Any Diallo is out. What do you mean by he said he's out? That doesn't sound great.
Yeah, it doesn't. Do you have any? Who's the next behind him?
I could go Sanchez.
Oh yeah, that's easy.
I mean, that'd be fine, yeah. And then Brennan, gamble on Nakamura, gamble on Yilmaz, or gamble on Ranos, or do you just
Brennan.
play it? It's not even safe though, is it? Because Brennan away to Turkey is really tough. I should be fitting Zeno in one of my under-23s, I think.
Yeah.
He should be in there somewhere, I'm sure of it.
Seiwald as well, maybe an under-23.
Yeah. I am. My midfielders aren't great for under-23s this week. Lots of bench boys. Klaus on the off chance he plays, but probably not. Lafise has a double game week. I'm a little bit worried for some reason he doesn't play, and I don't know why I've convinced myself of that.
The second game's against Romania as well. They're expected to get humped.
Yeah, they got battered 3-0 last game against them, and they got battered 3-0 against Kosovo. But they're playing Lithuania first game, which isn't terrible.
Yep. They beat them last time, it says there.
Yeah. I might just do it. It's not going to do anything anyways. Whatever. How long have I got? I've got time.
Oh, you get plenty of time. Yeah.
I might be able to fill out a couple of teams here, but they won't look too good. Harry Wilson, Nakamura,
The best.
I'm worried about. I want to kind of keep the Bass. Like, does the Bass get into any of these lineups? Maybe gets in over Zabanier, but
what about Gazibegovic? It's his games actually, or no, Affenburger. Who's he playing?
He's the man. He's playing against. I mean, it's not a great matchup, but he just churns, and I'm doubling up on him. Yeah, I bought this guy in for this game week. Salinas, he plays with Affengrubber, so I've gone like defensive stack there.
Nice.
I've got 3 of the same forward.
So you do.
I've got him in every. I've got him in every lineup.
Nice.
I might actually change the Barnier out for the Bast.
Yeah, that could work quite nicely.
And just give him the armband, I think. It's a 4-man under 23 super rare that this guy's got a double game week. Genetis.
Aye, Lithuanian.
It's quite fun,
yeah.
Playing against Cyprus. Yeah, Lithuanian. Little Welsh stack here with Big Verdonk, Indonesian's finest.
Oh, Yildiz is suspended, Harry. So Yilmaz should be playing.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that changes things.
You've got your Bulka still sitting there on ice.
I do have Bulka, and I have another Danny Ward as well. So,
mate, you've definitely got a good team in here.
Yeah,
I think you've put a few teams out there, spreading yourself a bit. Some of the quality around, like the Modric and the Davison.
Do we think if Yildiz is suspended, surely Yilmaz plays?
Yeah, and he's a striker that would probably do well against Wales, you know, for a goal. Big target man.
100%. Thing is, you could argue I am spreading myself a bit, but I don't even have like.
Can we put Seiwald in for the Cyprus boy, Lafis?
Well, I just want because Lafis has 2 game weeks. I'd surely got a bank on him playing 1, whereas Seiwald played yesterday 90 minutes against Kazakhstan. I'm a little bit worried that he might not.
He doesn't really
he might not play
much,
again,
you know. And I think he does play all the time for Norway,
for Leipzig.
For Austria. Yeah, he doesn't always start for Leipzig.
He just doesn't have a peak in him, really. Like he scored well against. He did well in this game, and that was Kazakhstan at home. But apart from that, he can just I don't know. I just worry that he doesn't really churn enough.
I've got his scores here for Austria. It's pretty decent.
He's okay, but it's not going to win you anything, is it? Really, unless he gets a DA.
But how? So Lathis in his 1 game, but how likely is he going to outscore that?
He could get on it. He's all action. If you look at Lafis's scores for club, I know he's a blue X now, but he could just do 100. Like he could get 3 last man tackles type of thing. Like he's just mental. Not for them specifically because he hasn't got many games for them, but
I don't know.
Yeah, go. I don't know. They're both rubbish, but at least one of them's. He's just got some. I don't know. He's look at his standard Liège scores. By the way, he's fucking mental.
He's all right in Belgium, isn't he?
60 AA. I'm not saying he's going to do that, but like against Lithuania, if he plays that first game against Lithuania, I think something good could come of it. Whereas Saival could not play the first one, and then I'm done in. Basically that's my.
Yeah.
At least there's like a bit of insurance there, and ultimately it's a class. It's not going to do anything. Like it's up against some massive, some big teams. Let's go Zabanier, Bolka, Harold Wilson, Brennan, and then we'll throw Seiveld.
No, close.
What, over Seiveld?
Yeah.
We don't even know he plays.
So, mate.
You're trying to sabotage me.
No, go for Klaus.
I can't. Klaus hasn't started a game for France in yonks, it feels like.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, none of them will do anything, honestly. I honestly don't really care, apart from the under-23s. I might change my price. I might captain Price over Nuno, just in case he only plays one game. He still could do well against Poland. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I can live with that. Yeah. I need to do my. Let me export.
And then training for you.
Training, and I need to do my common team.
Oh yeah, your Europe one.
I'm gonna copy you every player. Who did you captain again? I can't remember.
Not telling you.
So international nights, specials, under 23s. Should I just play that in D? Should I play that in D3? Do you reckon?
Low division, everything.
It's only a 4-man. Yeah, I might just switch this out for D3.
I was going to say as well, I had my first game of the season this week, Harry, on MFL with FC Barcelona. We won our first game.
Yeah.
It was good fun. We did a bit of a live stream for it on Wednesday night with the Magos de Madrid team, the Diamond League outfit that I'm kind of now associated with, that MFL is like gave to someone. It's like the High Roller League. They kind of gave out a club for someone that did the application process for it, which is cool. Yeah, so that'll be really fun, and we'll be interested to see what they do for it next year. I've had a lot of people messaging me about it, like, can you tell me a bit more about this? Tell me a bit more about that. And yeah, always drop comments if you're stuck and need any help and all the rest. So always feel free to reach out. There's been a few videos on the channel covering it. If anyone's interested in watching them, feel free to check them out. And if you are interested in opening an MFL account, there's a link in the description of the bio here on the live stream on YouTube. By clicking on that link, you support me, obviously, and all the content here on the show as well. So thanks if any of you do that. And it's been good old fun. I had my second game of the season, Harry, last night, and I lost.
Yeah. No.
Did I lose? No, I think I lost. I lost 1-0, and the team. It was a team of scrubs, mate. None of their my team on paper. I was looking at my ratings, that guy's ratings when they kicked off.
Yeah.
Like, oh, brilliant! 2 wins in a row. Here we go. And it's not the way it panned out, man. So a wee bit of egg on the face for me.
No way.
But Magos de Madrid got their first win, so that was quite nice last night. And the way it works, Harry, right, is you like set your team. You can change it whenever you want, right? But the games are at a set time. So like I just log on at 8 o'clock and just watch the game, essentially, you know, and just so there's no substitutions or any in-game action in it at the moment. It's quite kind of basic in that regard.
It's like simulated, is it?
Yeah, but you've got your team locked in, and then it will run the simulation with the team that you've got there. Same with your opponent, obviously. So yeah, it's quite fun just logging in and watching, just saying, oh, how did I do today? How did the lads get on? You know, and checking in for it.
What was it? Someone said in a Discord of mine, they said the simulation's quite fun to kind of watch. Like it's visually, like it's pretty fun.
It's like old school FM, like early 2000s Football Manager, you know, just like the dots running around and passing and shooting to each other. And all that. And it's great fun. Like I said this, I tried to say it before the Wednesday night stream, but like I got proper bitten by it, and I spent like 2 days just like doing, because you can just do simulated matches, like friendlies against other clubs. So it will just take somebody else's real team and you can play against them if you want to just have a match at the click of a button. So I was playing a match and then edit my tactics slightly, and then play another match, and then edit the tactics slightly until I felt that I'd cracked it. If you know what I mean, I'd got it balanced out, like how wide it could be, and all the other little bars, be direct, cross off, and all those other decisions you can make, you know, until I captained it. But I spent like 2 days before the season where I didn't even open up Sorare. I don't think, like, I genuinely was just in proper old school football manager mode of, you know, just going game to game and picking the team, and just, yeah, if it was a good feeling. I've not felt that way in a while with a football management game. I've not played one in ages, so I had to self-ban myself from it because it just totally takes over my life.
Derailed you.
But this is great because you can't just blast a season over a month, you know, like the matches are like one a day. You need to wait for each day to roll by for your match to happen and check in and watch it and all that. So it's quite good. It's kind of deliberately not all consuming as much as you can. Just if you want to rattle a few hours and kind of craft your team a bit, you can do that. So yeah, good fun.
That's class. Yeah. Oh, sounds class. I forgot. I've got a couple of goals. I've got Bologna playing.
Ooh,
in the Argentinian league. So a little all-star there for me.
Mate, you get some amount of keepers playing.
I know, I've got just random ones. If Labrovic gets the second game as well, then I've got a little Labrovic to play with as well. I don't know if I've got. I'm struggling now. Do Maximovic, Ranos. It's all fun and games. Let's just do that.
Simicast.
Yeah. No relegation worries here. So I ended up picking up a box, Quinny, midweek.
Oh, nice. GG's.
I had a little 4-man under 23 effort. Diogo Gomez and Enzo both getting assists against each other last night. I captained Lewis Miller, obviously, poor captaincy. And Savio got a BCC for, I don't know if you saw Vinny, but
the penalty
had a minus 20 points yesterday.
Wow.
3 big chances missed. And he had where's the penalty miss? Oh, it might be in here. Yeah, penalty kick miss. Minus 20.
That was a stinking penalty. Casey, I should be live on Twitch right now. You'll find me on all social media, even Blue Sky or anything like that. Quinny 3001, put that into anything, you'll probably find me. But yeah, I think we're on Twitch now. I don't stream on Twitch that often. I have thought about maybe streaming MFL on Twitch if I'm just sitting hardcore and through matches and that. But yeah, I need to get my organisation upgraded personally.
Yeah, but I don't like Twitch because like it doesn't like save, does it? Well, it does save for a bit, and then you know what I mean. Like it's just a bit weird.
It's weird. It's weird if you've not got a fully fledged account, like a partner account or whatever. But it is just like you say, you don't quite have all these toys to play with that you see everyone else with, and it's a nightmare when it's like you've done a stream and then you maybe go to share it later or something. It's like you can't, or it's gone, or whatever, you know. So yeah, that is a bit weird. I think the reason people like Twitch but over YouTube is like I pay for YouTube Premium, so I've not got this problem.
Right.
But if you don't have YouTube Premium, the advantage of Twitch is you can listen to it on your phone. You can lock screen, and it will still play.
Got you. Yeah.
Or you can change app. You know, you can dive between apps with it. I think for free, whereas with YouTube, you need to pay for YouTube Premium for that. So how confident are you feeling about getting something this weekend out of these lineups?
I'm quietly confident about some of the under 23s. I don't know which one ends up doing something, but yeah, I'd like to think something in under 23 happens. Probably not in super rare with the 4-man, but definitely maybe in rare. The rest, they're all just punts, mate. To be honest, especially the Wales stuff, and yeah, I'm not banking on anything, mate. To be honest, what about you? Anything that stands out?
Pardon me. I quite like the Red Bull team, to be honest with you. Guardiola on a double game week, Olmo double game week, just feels good. Openda against Israel and Soboslai against Netherlands. As long as he could get himself to 60 without a decisive, it could be one of those games, gets a few corners and stuff like that, a few big chances created. So I quite like the Leipzig team.
Definitely.
Scotland's been on a double game week, does give me some optimism, but it just depends how everyone else does, really, because that team could do okay. They could average like 70s, maybe. But if there's a few captains out there that bring in hundreds and stuff like that, and you know, maybe the keeper doesn't get a clean sheet over 2 games for me, it might not even do that good, you know, because it's not a big prize pool.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't see how if Bruno plays both games, I think he's the man, isn't he? This game week, it feels like.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, if you don't have him, maybe Kimmich. There's a couple, Musiala, maybe some of the England lads could do some damage.
Yeah, Graham, you're right. Once you're a partner, once you're affiliated, you can get extra stuff. But to become affiliated with them as well, like they make the contract they make you have is like exclusive. Like so that's why you don't see lots of these guys that stream on Twitch. Like they don't multi-stream like the way we're doing now. You know, because to get that Twitch money, you can't put it on YouTube or Twitter or anything like that. So it's maybe a bit of a poison chalice, depending on what your bag is. You know.
Mm-hmm.
As I understand it, being no expert in it, I'm not a Twitch partner or whatever, but from what I'm told.
No, that makes sense.
Or from what I gather, it's probably the better way of putting it.
Yeah, I don't know. There's definitely some sort of exclusivity, isn't there? I think involved. I don't know whether that only happened when like you're a bit more big time. I don't know. I don't know how it all plans out and stuff. But
yeah, they do TikTok.
They change the policy.
Maybe TikTok's cool.
Yeah.
I definitely don't think they want you doing YouTube if you're like a Twitch person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, they changed the policy. Fair enough. Some of you guys will know better than me.
Interesting.
See, some of you guys know Twitch better than me because you probably listen to a bit of it now and again.
Are you all training out? You got yours?
I did my training before coming on because I just did my teams before.
Nice.
Because we were delayed by half an hour, I thought I'm just going to do everything just in case things go a bit haywire and I lose myself and I've not got my wherewithal with me to make cool calm decisions for my lineups or whatever. So I did everything before coming on, except for that best of Europe. Also changed the defender. But show me your best of Europe team. Did you copy me?
No, I differentiated a little bit. I think I went, Costa, Mittelstadt, Bruno, Musiala, and Gak.
Ooh, you went Musiala.
Yeah, Musiala. Thinking now, you could go Kimmich. I don't know. I fancy Musiala to do a couple of days.
Yeah, Musiala's good since he's on to start. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Who's my fifth man again? Højbjerg I went with.
Oh, double game week. Yeah, that's a good shout, actually.
Double
Very good shout.
Second one's against Serbia. I just thought that's a game he could get 80 just for kicking the ball about. You know, tackling and stuff, you know.
Definitely. When's this? Oh, Portugal played today. Interesting.
You went with Gakpo over Haaland as well?
Yeah, Gakpo turns up for Kazakhstan's an unbelievable fixture. I'm not saying Haaland won't score well, but I don't know. I'm banking on Gakpo getting a DA and then, outscoring AA wise, but Haaland could easily score 4, obviously.
Yeah, that's what I'm banking on.
Yeah, could definitely happen. Yeah, I'm not disputing that at all. I was going to say, Odegaard didn't go away with the national team, did he?
Oh.
He just come back fit, I'm sure. Yeah.
He's in that builder. I definitely seen him in the builder for that.
Okay.
That's not to say that's gospel or anything, but he's not in the projection. That's all that matters, really.
Got you. Yeah.
But I think he was on the builder when I looked at it. But that's a strong team.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. It gives you a bit of a sweat. And what is it? Is it the Zidane situation?
Signed France shirt.
Wow, that's cool. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Imagine having a Zidane shirt.
Imagine doing it without a limited.
I know, yeah, that's killing me as well, isn't it, really? Yeah, we're up against it, aren't we, without a limited?
Yeah, maybe, but internationals could be where the correct 5 makes all the difference, you know? And if you've got a 5, nobody else has got.
How much is a Connor Bradley?
It's actually a paycheck.
6 quid.
6 quid. What's a rare? If it's a tenner, that's maybe better. You can't play a rare in this comp. Nah. It's weird, eh? It always catches me out. You can't.
I know, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna do it, and then I'll give him away after the game week.
I might do the same thing. you buying Santonio's one?
I don't know, which one have I got? Nah, voice. You can buy. So I mean, it's up to you. I'm just gonna get a new one.
Yeah. Aye, fair enough.
I don't really want to show my stuff on here, to be honest.
I feel free
Do
to
it.
change tab or something. Aye, so.
Yeah, pop me off the tab. Not that I'm hiding anything, but
Don't want Pavel Trader hacking the system again. He's been known to do that.
yeah, because I got to do my what's it called? Authentication.
2FA. I've got a Conor Bradley limited in the building in a second, maybe. Oh no.
Boom. He's in. He'll be given away.
Well, I'll give mine away. We'll give them both away next week.
Yeah, we'll do that next Friday. Let's do it.
Double Bradleys. So you've got one to give away.
Love it.
I've got one to give away. Oh, wrong button.
The thing is, he kind of becomes useless, doesn't he?
Till the next international break.
Oh no, I say that. Trent's injured, isn't he?
Ooh.
That could work out, couldn't it? Oh, Limited World says it has to be 24-25.
The limited.
Yeah.
I think I did buy it in a season. Did you
Oh,
not?
you did? Did you? Okay. No, I did. I just didn't know which one you bought in the end, like the Satonio or.
I got an in-season one. I don't know if it's came into my gallery, but for me to deploy it. We only got a minute to go.
Quick.
It's not coming in my lineup builder. Oh, there it's there. I had to delete him. Love that. Do we captain him? Nah, I'm not going to captain him. Awesome. So there's your team. Our teams are so similar. There's Harry's team. Right, so Costa, Bradley, Captain Bruno, Gakpo in attack, Musiala fifth man, and I've went Mitov, Bradley, Fernandez captain, Haaland, Højbjerg. So Haaland, Højbjerg versus Gakpo, Musiala. That's fun.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, it's only two players similar, or the same. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. They're both good teams.
Yeah. Train off to Madrid in January anyway. Oy. Where's the captain? Where's who? Behave you. 1 minute to the deadline, guys. Make sure you get your best of Europe teams in there if you haven't done so already. And yeah, Billstar reckons Trent is out. So Conor Bradley's the future. You heard it here first, guys.
Wow.
I mean, Harry will be giving away one each of them. Two Conor Bradleys be given away next week.
Yep. And
Harry boy, I did say this at the beginning when we were waiting for you to come out your trailer since you've been scooped up from Hollywood. By the way, congratulations on the advert. It was very entertaining to watch. I can see you put a lot of effort into it, mate. It came out brilliantly, mate. So well done on that.
I appreciate that. I got my Spielberg on. I've never done a skip before, so it's out of my comfort zone big time.
Mate, I'd watched the Zidane thing with Sorare as like the little video on Twitter, and then it was on autoplay as the next thing.
No way. Oh, really?
It totally done me with the Harry Wilson setup. Like it totally done me, totally brought me into it and all that. I was like, oh, great job, mate. So buzzing for you. That was great.
Oh, thank you, mate. I appreciate it. I was thinking about what can I do? Like what skit can I do? You know, that's like not relevant, but you know, like Harry Wilson's obviously doing a little bit right now, and I was going to do Brennan Johnson, but then I was like, Brennan's fallen off a cliff recently, so I need to change it to Harry Wilson.
Yeah. It was a good one. You can tell the missus was leaning into it, and Laird was going for it big time, you know, as well.
He loved it, didn't he? I messaged him. I was like, I'm going to need you to suit up. He was like, I don't have a suit anymore. I threw them all away. I was like, oh my God. But he managed to pull through.
Managed to cobble something together.
Yeah, but like the green screen stuff, it was quite fun. Like I'm not really used to doing green screen. Like obviously he filmed it for me, and then I had to throw it in. But like, because the clip I used, like the lady's like moving in it, if that makes sense. So like I'm having to keyframe it and stuff, and I'm obviously not the best editor in the world, so I try my best. But yeah,
you done great, mate. Done absolutely brilliant. But I'd say before we got you back at your trailer and back from Hollywood, I was saying to everyone that was joining us live and loud for the deadline show that I was live on your place last night, and we were getting stuck into some bits and pieces before the interweb crumbled on us. and all the rest of it. So now that we're in the deadline, I said, Harry might want to hang about for a little bit, but we'll see how it kind of takes out, because we were late starting the show anyway. Some people are after a 2-hour gig and all that stuff, But Andy Laird, I also barely remembered how to tie my
that was it.
necktie. I always find it weird that Americans always calls it a necktie. Like,
like what other tie can you have? Yeah.
There's always funny Americanisms that we pick up on from the Sorare data lads, isn't there? There's always. What were they talking about last night? I was listening to them this morning. I think it was oysters. Oh, that's what it was. Is when they said shrimp. It's like, it's so funny how they never say prawns ever. Everything's so a shrimp.
Yeah, there's so many weird, words that just aren't the same as, how we say and whatever. It's funny.
Yeah. Fair enough, Laird. Laird's just going on the grammar of it all. That shooter special next week, 8 points for a shot on target, looks interesting. Had a look ahead to that, Harry, yourself?
Well, yeah, a little bit, because obviously Wales playing that one, so I'm a bit, I am actually quite interested in it. It's just about getting the right Welsh players sort of in my lineups, but I won't know that until after tomorrow, I guess. Even then, it's going to be tough. So. I've got a little eye on it, but it's going to be so tough, isn't it, to do that, because international still, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm not too buzzing about it, if I'm being honest. I would have loved to have another international in-season comp, but being quite greedy there, but because there is quite a few still international games playing in that midweek, I think.
I just went and googled, are shrimps and prawns the same? Well, it's very similar in appearance. They are two distinct species. Interesting. I thought that was just an American word for prawns. Shrimp. I stand corrected.
I feel like us UK folk don't really have shrimp very often. Like like prawns is a lot more common, isn't it? It feels like.
Yeah. So there you go. Learn something new every day.
I'm not a big fish. Like, I mean, I don't mind salmon and stuff, but I'm not into like the oysters and.
Yeah, you're talking about that stuff as well. I was like, I don't eat oysters, and like oysters and mussels and all that are quite big in Scotland. Like those kind of shellfish, seafood, because also we've got lots of coastline up here, But yeah, I can't stand this stuff. I wonder if Cullen Skink. Have you ever heard of that, Harry?
No, I've not.
Cullen Skink, it's called. It's like a Scottish soup, but it's like fish. It's like fish soup. But it's
couldn't do that.
Yeah. I think it's made from like.
I'm not a big soup man as it is, so put some fish in there. That does me. That does.
I think Americans would maybe call it clam chowder. I don't know if that's the same thing, but it's that kind of vibe of it's like a kind of fishy, like shellfish based soup kind of thing.
I don't mind some crab. I'll do a bit of crab.
And crab's okay. A wee bit of lobster's not too bad. Fish supper in general, obviously. But I don't normally get talking about food on here, so sorry about that. But it was just the whole. I was just thinking of it. I was listening to the Andrews before coming on, so that was kind of fresh in the back of my head. Over a wee bit of last night and this morning. But I was saying to everyone, we cut out last night. We were talking about just all things Sorare. We did the survey as well, which was fun. Which I actually seen the Andrews doing as well, which I thought was hilarious. That everyone was kind of at it. Cullen Skink is banging. Yeah, so some of you guys like it. I'm not a fan myself. But we dropped out right about where we're talking about. I put a little Twitter post, a little thread out about it, like the Sorare Cup and all the rest of it. But I've got to say, it knocked me off guard a little bit when you dropped out. But I was like, I'll be able to just keep talking gibberish for a wee while, and Harry will be back in a minute. And then you messaged me like, "Oh no, mate, it's like game's a bogey here."
I couldn't even up until last night. Well, up until this morning, sorry, I couldn't even upload my YouTube videos. Like upload was, I'm not joking. You know, like when you test speed, it was 0.19. If that makes sense. Like that was my upload speed, 0.19. But it looks like it's been fixed now. So yeah.
Decent.
I love your idea. I think we need a bit more, not recognition, but I definitely think there needs to be a bit more like pride within, like
winning
from Sorare, maybe like showing off the, we win this or we've qualified for that, and make it. We've always mentioned like the dream of being like an esportsy thing, haven't we? But there's definitely something missing, maybe where there's there needs to be a bit of prestige in your idea, and I think something like that would be really interesting. I love the sound of it, like working towards a goal, and you have X amount of weeks to get there. The goal is obviously to get your ticket. I think there's definitely something in there, 100%.
So I remember when I had the Sorare Data guys on the channel a few weeks ago or a month or two ago, whenever it was. And I remember around one of the questions where I was asking them, like, do more people win better cards now? And I know, like, you can craft it, and that was kind of their get out answer on it, which is fine, But part of one of their answers they gave me was like, oh, well, more people are on podiums now because there's 35,000 podiums. And I remember hearing them saying that, and I remember thinking, but podiums are only relevant on the prizes, like top three's cool and it's fun and that, but if like I've finished first this season and got a tier 4 super rare, or whatever it was, so that's not the same. That's not like, oh, you got a podium. Like, yeah, I did technically get a podium, but I got a tier 4 Mark Gooey who's not kicked a ball all season.
Yeah.
So like the podiums need to have something. And I know they put the honors list on your club page and stuff like that, which is a soft W, isn't it? But I'm just looking at the page now. Like, I don't even know if it's still, it's kind of here, I think. See pro history. It used to be here with trophies. It's kind of re-changed around, doesn't it? Click on this. And then, you get this little thing here. So that's all it really counts for at the moment. It's just this little counter, in essence.
Yeah, it is a podium because it looks the same. You're still like in 1, 2, or 3, but obviously you're in a different division. It's like when I finished I finished first in D2 under 23 rare. Like, yeah, it was great, but it's not D1. It's not the highest division. And yeah, it is still a podium, and yeah, you can kind of still celebrate, obviously, but it's still a knockoff, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm aware. That's exactly it. Like, it's not just like, people don't wake up in the morning and go, oh, podiumed, I feel so good. It's not like
you can't tell your missus you podiumed in D2. I couldn't tell her.
You've not actually got a medal, you've not actually, like won the Olympics or something. It's not that like glorified at that point, unless you give it something,
Right.
So that was part of it as well, in terms of the idea or whatever. So yeah, that's it. That's kind of where we got to before we kind of dropped out last night. And we were just chatting through, like, the game state, essence, and all that jazz, rewards and everything.
Yeah, I definitely think, like someone said there in the chat, potentially give. I know it always comes back to add more cash. Like, I know that is just the answer to most things from a player perspective. So me saying that, probably doesn't hold much water. But it would be nice if there was just something on each one. I do think that would add a bit more validity to, the podiums. Because if they're podiums, treat them that way. Don't give us tier 4s and tier 3s. Like, we get it, but also there just needs to be a little bit more added. I think that makes it feel a bit more special.
Or like guaranteed 5-star box.
Yeah. Something. There's got to be
some of those crap divisions, like the box is still 3-star or something. And
I know.
Like, tier 3, tier 2 at best or something, and then it's like a crap box as well. It's like, this is not a podium buzz,
Like, they're just looking at the raw number of, we have 15 podium winners now, not 3. Like, and yeah, you do, but you also don't, because we're still playing the game, and we, what I'm saying? Like, it's just not the same. And yeah, you can sort of wrap it up as what you like, but a spade's a spade at the end of the day, and there definitely is. There's just something lacking. There needs to be some injection of something somewhere, I think, to really ignite. What Classic's got going on in general, and not the whole game. I think in season looks after itself quite nicely, but we do need something. We need something to be ignited somewhere.
Yeah, I think a part of it as well was in response to Charlie asked me in the chat after you dropped off, just to help kind of fill the air in case you came back, about how I felt about All-Star. Like, now, obviously, I know it's been gone for a while and all the rest of it. And a part of that idea was kind of in return to that, because like the thing I liked about All-Star was like throwing different teams against each other, and like Bayern isn't the be all and end all in All-Star, because you've got Cecilia to kick your ass and you've got some other people, and it's just a bit more fun and whatever. And I thought that kind of competition format, I would want people to probably be tied to whatever division they came from, so that you don't qualify for it and then you start just doing all-star teams. I think a good way of having it would be like, there is contender entries, champion entries, challenger entries, and then it is like, who's the best region, who's got the best stacks. It's actually a bit more of a visible contest in that way, and maybe like if you're not in it, you could maybe be rooting for challengers because you're all Belgium and Holland or something, you know, or MLS or something.
Imagine if you could like donate, like loan. I know it's never gonna happen, but like if you're not playing in the Challenger Cup and you've got a few Challenger cards, throw them to your mate and just bulk his, selections up a bit more, and you've got a bit of a stake in it then. But that's obviously never gonna happen. But I love the regionalization of that. That sounds good to me because not everyone plays everywhere. Not that makes a lot of sense. Like I want to be the head of the champion, regional.
Yeah.
I want to win the Sorare Cup champion challenger, you under 23 edition. I think that really shows like who's the main man on the on what division, what region and stuff. I think the bragging rights and stuff attached to that would be amazing. You don't need to offer like stupid prizes. Like just imagine even having like a 6 Sorare Cup that you could keep in.
Yeah.
Keeping your little man cave or whatever, like little things like that, man. Like there's so
actual medals for the podium.
Yeah, actual, gold medal handed to you by Sir Nicholas himself.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be fun. And I say, like, you could just merch the stuff out as well, like, because I heard somebody saying, I think it was one of the Andes on the Andrews show one week, but they could, like, I thought that would be a really good marketing strategy, but I heard them saying, I'm sure it was one of the Andrews, but they said something like, sorry, I could literally give away what FPL gives away in a season, like every weekend. And I know they give away more than that currently, but yeah, they should just look at what FPL gives away and goes, right, 20 pens, 10 mugs, 5 t-shirts, 2 tickets or whatever, and just have a better than FPL competition, and just give it away every week.
That'd be funny, but brutal. I was just thinking then,
like,
I'm
obviously it's like WWF, WCW style stuff, Monday Night Wars, proper like cutthroat going after it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like bare knuckle boxing now, and you've got like UFC and everything. There's all that going on. But I was just thinking then, as far as like what prizes you could give away that isn't like costing them a ton. I'm a big Pokemon fan, and not that I've been to the TCG World Championships or anything, but I think they give away like these funky special edition like Pikachu championship cards that you can only get if you play in the Sorare Cup. Imagine how cool that would be if you could have a physical version of you on a card or whatever it is, even if it's one of your players in your gallery, like modified. I don't know, because we mentioned the cases before. Imagine having like a Sorare Cup case over one of your cards, if that makes sense. I think that'd be amazing. Yeah.
What about the prize pool? What about all the cards in the prize pool or that? What you just said?
If they have the supply for it, I'm down for that. Yeah, that'd be amazing. Like a special edition, but obviously, a Sorare World Cup edition. Unbelievable. Obviously, there's licensing things to worry about, isn't there? And that's the issue. It's like, you'd have to be in agreement with the teams and the leagues and everything. And I don't know. It's funky. And maybe we like what Josh said. Yeah. There's obviously bigger fish to fry, maybe, but there's some amazing opportunities. You just got to get creative with it.
Yeah. Or there's a kind of good idea here from KC. Maybe not a max level out card, but maybe like a max level power up or 2.
I was literally just going to say auto 20 level.
Yeah.
Level 20. Yeah.
It'd have to be mad rare, but
it would. Can
you start dishing them out?
No, you couldn't. But I don't think it affects much, though, does it? Really? Like, there's already loads of level 20 cards. What's like another 1,000 going to really do? Like, I'm not saying it doesn't have an effect, but I don't think
in the wrong hands. In the wrong hands. Bunch of them could be very powerful.
Yeah, I know. But there's so many fun things. I love the special edition card thing, though, like a Sorare Cup card. Similar to the Gameweek 20 card. I've still got my Suso from that era, and having some of them. Like, he's literally the only limited card I'll ever keep outside of my Road to Glory cards, just because, like, it's just fun. Like, it's just a memorable thing to have, and I love it. It'll probably never be used, and that's fine. But it is special. Like, it is special to me because I was around back then. We were all around back then, and it was just a nice little memento. And it doesn't take much, Quinny, does it? That's all it is. It's just the bottom edge of the card. Like, you're not asking for too much, are you? Okay, I know the top's a bit different as well, maybe behind him, but I don't know.
It's nice. I like it. I just got wee flashbacks to all the ticket cards I bought for that trip. So I went and bought a bunch of them to get more tickets to then do the trip that we done. And I wish I kept one of them.
Yeah, because like John had a Parejo, didn't he? I think maybe, and
He still got it probably.
is he?
I don't think he's ever sold a Parejo, John.
Yeah, there's fun things they can do. It's just like you said, there's so many different priorities and things that they need to get right first before we even dream about that.
Yeah. So, just thought I would kind of hit on that a little bit because I were getting stuck at one or two bits and bobs last night, and then I was on the Celtic channel with McBride, and I think you were on a channel talking Wales as well last night. Or did you get to that, or was it blown out?
No, I managed to just about stay alive in it. Yeah, we did a little Welsh. We just do a Welsh podcast before the 2 games and then after. With guy got his name's Simon. He's got like a Cardiff City channel, basically Cardiff City content, but there's a bit of Wales stuff on the side. And yeah, I've been doing that with him for a few months now. It's fun. No, we only do it now and again, but it's enjoyable. And this is very niche, like it's so niche Welsh content, Welsh football content. Yeah, but I love doing it. So yeah,
I know, I'm with you. And well done on all that as well. But yeah, I think that's probably all she wrote for today, guys. Thanks to everyone that's joined us for the deadline show. Good luck and go fuck for this game week, and we'll be back. We'll be back this time next week. We'll have 2 Conor Bradley Limiteds to give away, and we will be out of the international dead zone, and we'll be back into domestic bliss. And we'll be into what Brendan Rodgers has called the ultra marathon of football once we come back from this international break. So buckle up. It's going to be a wild one. Harry, it's been a pleasure, mate. Thanks for joining us.
Absolute pleasure, mate. Sorry I was a little bit late, but yeah, massive good luck this upcoming weekend, lads. And massive good luck to you, mate.
That's it. Stay out of trouble, everyone, and we'll catch you on the next one.